What if I told you Africa once held a powerful kingdom now buried under sand, its name almost forgotten, a civilization erased from records? In the vast Kordofan region of Sudan lies traces of a city few outside specialists have heard of, Zankor. It's not a well-known empire like Kush or Aksum. It left no pyramids visible today. Its name rarely appears in textbooks. Yet what archaeologists found there, massive walls, ancient cisterns, unique pottery, suggests a complex society, independent from the great Nile Valley civilizations. If Zankor is real, it reshapes what we know about African history. If it's lost forever, it's one of the greatest mysteries of the continent. Zankor was first recorded by British colonial surveyor A.E.D. Penn in 1924. He noted, "Stone and mud ruins, walls and enclosures, far from known kingdoms." But for decades, no major excavations happened. The site was simply one more footnote in the colonial maps of Sudan. Only in the early 2000s did serious archaeological attention return. Between 2002 and 2005, a team from the University of Lille III, led by Brigitte Gratienne, conducted surveys and digs, revealing a walled city, cisterns, burial mounds, and signs of a once organized settlement. Zankor was not a small village. According to the surveys, the central fortified zone extended roughly 1.3 by 1.8 kilometers, perched along a ridge. Below it lay a larger residential and agricultural zone. Engineers of that era built large cisterns and rainwater collection systems, vital for survival in the arid Kordofan steppe. The presence of these cisterns suggests careful planning, social organization, and perhaps seasonal living cycles. Pottery shards found at the site show a distinctive style, different from the nearby Nile civilizations. This suggests Zankor's cultural identity was independent. For all we learned, Zankor remains mysterious. Unlike Kush or Meroe, no writing system has been found, no inscriptions, no scrolls. That makes dating, language, and beliefs mere speculation. Even the timeline is unclear. While some suggest Zankor flourished around the time of Meroe, roughly 1st century CE, radiocarbon dating remains sparse. Later cemeteries and tumuli around the area date into the 13th–14th centuries, but whether these are direct descendants of the city's people or an entirely different group is unknown. Archaeologists have proposed several possibilities, each as tragic as the other. Environmental collapse and water scarcity. In a land dependent on rain and cisterns, even small changes in climate could destroy viability. If rainfall declined, gardens failed, cisterns dried, survival became impossible. Isolation and trade decline. Unlike Nile Valley civilizations, Zankor may have lacked major trade routes. If commerce dried up, sustaining a large population would be difficult. Conflict and abandonment. The presence of burial mounds and scattered tombs may hint at violence, disease, or waves of migration. The later cemeteries, 13th–14th centuries, suggest possible resettlement, but not of the same urban civilization. We may never know exactly what wiped out Zankor, but the clues point to a fragile civilization, struggling against desert, drought, isolation, and time. You might wonder, why dig into a small, mostly forgotten city in Sudan? Because Zankor challenges the assumption that advanced civilization in Africa always required big rivers or written language. It shows organized society, architecture, water management, without relying on Nile floods or pharaohs. In a modern world facing climate stress, water scarcity, desertification, Zankor's story may offer cautionary lessons. Also, for many parts of the world, history is written by a few, But lost cities like Zankor remind us that human ingenuity was everywhere, even where we least expect. Between 2002 and 2005, researchers from the University of Lille 3 mapped, surveyed, and partially excavated Zankor. They documented walls, cisterns, pottery, tumuli. However, many original structures were dismantled over centuries, stones repurposed for modern buildings. Much of the site has been eroded or buried under shifting sands. That scarcity of remains makes reconstruction difficult, but also provocative. Every shard of pottery, every stone wall fragment tells part of the story. Because Zankor isn't well known, myths and rumors swirl. Some claim it was part of Meroe. Others suggest it was built by a lost race or that it held vast treasure. But responsible historians urge caution. The truth doesn't need myths. The evidence is real. Ruins, cisterns, graves, pottery. As researchers write, quote, Zankor appears as a city-state independent from the Nile civilizations. Let's respect the facts. Treat Zankor not as legend, but as a real human settlement, with real people, hopes, failures, and history. Zankor's full story remains hidden. There are no royal tombs, no inscriptions, no grand monuments left. But with modern tools, satellite imaging, ground-penetrating radar, LiDAR surveys, radiocarbon dating, there is hope. Archaeologists believe new excavations could uncover domestic quarters, burial sites, even clues to their social systems. If ever fully studied, Zankor might become one of Africa's greatest yet least known civilizations. Zankor vanished under desert sands. Its name faded, its people unknown. Yet fragments remain: pottery shards, pillars, cisterns carved into rock, graves scattered across barren land. This is more than archaeology. It's a testament to human ambition, adaptation, and fragility. If empires can falter silently, perhaps our own equality, our futures, rest on how well we remember. So next time you think civilization only existed along rivers and seas, remember Zankor, a kingdom lost to time, and perhaps waiting to be rediscovered. If you want more stories from the corners of history and mysteries waiting to be solved, subscribe, because history isn't just what we know, it's what we choose to remember.